season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on last year's national champion, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Cougars will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Oregon Ducks offense takes the field to start this game off. Looking to pass, it's Bryant. He's going to take a shot. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Caught close to the marker, it's Lester. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Ducks are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his big tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point. There is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experiences, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catches it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here's the handoff. There we go. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. On the move. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. On the move at the 30. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon! He got a step and just dusted the field. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cougars in the hurry up. To the air, it's Peterson. Zings it complete to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got it inside the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cougar!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. Breaks free. Touchdown Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun. Give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Scanning the field, it's Peterson. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Kane. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes
it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. And they turn it into a defensive score.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Kane. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. BYU lines up quickly. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. This BYU offense set up with another first down. Dropping back, it's Peterson. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Just keeps slinging it. Got his man downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. No huddle, offense to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Using the quick game. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Grant behind the line. It's Fuller. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Motion from the back. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting a tackle for the loss.
They'll go to the jet sweep to try to get the edge here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Smashes it between the uprights. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. To the air, it's Bryant. That's reeled in, it's Lester. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Quick step and go. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He wants to take the top off. He's got it along the sideline. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Got his man quickly. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Back to throw, it's Peterson. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time on target. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, BYU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Got it in the middle. It's Warner. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And listen, you get zone coverage, and you can hit that curl route, and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick pass and catch, good enough for the 1st down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Bryant. Under fire. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Ducks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
He'll do it himself. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. BYU right back to the line. Back to throw, it's Peterson. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Finds his tight end. Turning on the Jets. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. They'll try to add another to their lead. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Peterson.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
BYU lines up quickly.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on third down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the mound.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Dropping back, it's Bryant. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch. Throws
to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Warner. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field shrinking is harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, these open field tackles and get them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. They go back to work in the final period of this one. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drop.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
42, BYU, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got an open man. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw again. A strike downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Here's a heat. Unleashes one. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Peterson. Under fire. This time it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Rides to back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Touchdown, BYU! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're...
Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
BYU 24.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. One more play to pad the stats. To the air, it's Peterson. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent.